Well, with a spike in poison control calls, local health officials are warning of people taking an unauthorized so-called treatment for COVID that's instead having some pretty dangerous consequences. The Food and Drug Administration even tweeting this, quote, "You are not a horse. You are not a cow. Seriously, y'all, stop it." The I-Team's David Charnes here now with what poison control is seeing. David?
Yeah, Denise, we're talking about ivermectin, a drug not approved to treat or prevent COVID, but is approved to treat parasites in animals, particularly large ones like horses. And that is prompting people to go to the store, go online, a feed store we're talking about for animals, buy this stuff, and then call for help later.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That's horse owner Leonard Sanchez's reaction to people buying medication meant for large animals to treat COVID-19.
It even says on there, if swallowed, you need to see a doctor. Don't. The same way with bleach. It says on there, why would you swallow bleach?
From bleach to a horse dewormer called ivermectin. Some people purchasing the drug meant for 1,000-pound animals like Melanie, ingesting it and getting sick.
I don't know that I was surprised, disappointed, I think, and a little worried more than anything.
Veterinarian A.J. Manship at Desert Pines Equine Medical and Surgical Center showed us what it looks like.
That's not even a full syringe.
And some people are eating it all up.
Bottom line, it's not approved for what people are using it for.
These medicines have side effects. They might interact with your current medications. And so there's definitely risk in trying to self-treat using things that haven't been prescribed for you.
Shireen Banerjee is the director of the Nevada Poison Center. She says before the pandemic, there were no calls for ivermectin exposure. Now they've had 4.
But the fact that it was 0 the year before, it's significant. If that trend continues, I'm worried about more of the general public doing the same thing, buying something that has not been prescribed for them and then running into trouble.
Trouble starting on the internet, whether it's an online order or misinformation.
I know COVID is scary, lockdowns are scary, right? But this isn't the way to get past that.
Now, some forms of ivermectin are approved to treat parasites in us, humans, but that's not what you can buy online or at a feed store, and you need to go through a doctor. Now, there aren't many good studies about its use against COVID either, and the FDA says there's no evidence right now that ivermectin, especially in large doses we just showed you, is helpful at all. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now. Denise.
David, thanks for that warning tonight. So we do want to get that Nevada poison control number out there just in case you or someone you know needs it. Just put it up on the refrigerator. That number is on your screen. It's 1-800-222-1222. And always in an emergency, just call 911.